Hello, this is Teresa Dotson, registered dietitian, coming to you on Go Red Day. Today we're going to be making a heart-healthy recipe that includes chopped walnuts. So we've all heard about plant-based and plant-forward and vegetarian. So tonight we're going to feature a mainly vegetable-based or plant-forward type of a meal. And I'm gonna show you how you can do it vegetarian, or if you want to appeal to the meat eaters, you can do that as well. So what we are going to start with, and as you know, make half your plate fruits and vegetables. So I've already pre-chopped several of the vegetables. So we are going to start with some broccoli, which some people take the broccoli and they just throw out the stem part. So I would say use the stem part. Just when you're doing it, make sure that when you cut up the stem part, you cut it in smaller pieces so that it cooks at the same rate that your broccoli florets. So we're gonna add the broccoli florets in there. So that's our first vegetable. Also, I found in my freezer these zucchini slices. So I actually put them in the air fryer for a few minutes so that they got crispy and browned. So we're gonna add that as well to the dish, just to add a little bit more vegetable intake to it. And then we are going to add some chopped red onions. And these are actually my favorite. These are called Wild Wonder peppers. And then as you can see, they come in yellow, orange, red, etc. I love them because they add a lot of color and fun to the dish. So we're gonna add the peppers in there. And as you know from the Choose My Plate model, make half your plates fruits and vegetables. So even when you're at dinner time, this is a fun way to incorporate some fruit. So this is just canned crushed pineapple, and I separated it to the chunks here that we're gonna add in with the vegetables, and the juice that we strained off of it is going to go into the marinade. So in the marinade, so these are all the beautiful colors of the vegetables here. In the marinade, I have some canola oil. You can use whatever vegetable oil you have on hand. I wouldn't recommend a strong flavor like an olive oil or something. Soy sauce, and I did use low sodium soy sauce. If you want to be gluten-free or even reduce the sodium even more, this is an alternative, which is coconut aminos, soy-free, gluten-free. If you want to, if you have any allergies, that, and some lime juice. So again, another fruit there to add to the mixture. And I just put it all in the bowl, and we're gonna whisk it up. And this will become the marinade for the vegetables. Now, at this point, you can separate it because I'm making dinner for my family. I pre-cut on a different separate cutting board than the vegetables some boneless chicken thighs. So you can add meat if you want to add meat. If you have some people that eat meat and some people that don't eat meat, these are, you can start with tofu from scratch, but if you want to just keep the tofu separately, these are actually just pre-seasoned cubes of tofu, so then you can just keep that separate for the people. And the star of the dish, we're gonna add some walnuts in there to give it our healthy omega-3 fatty acids, some extra crunch, some extra fiber. So I'm just going to stir this all up. And you can see the beautiful color here that you get. So important to add color to your plate. So many times people eat what I call the beige diet. It's lacking in color. And the color from the fruits and vegetables really are what brings the vitamins and minerals. And then the next thing, in terms of flavor, I can't say enough about using fresh ingredients. So this is actually fresh ginger. If you've never seen it, it looks kind of like nubby fingers. The best way to prepare it is to actually just use your peeler and to peel off the skin, and then use your grater to just grate the fresh ginger right into it. Now, there are some ways to get to take some shortcuts. For example, I have minced garlic. So if you're not a fan of peeling and chopping up the garlic, this is a good alternative. I usually have fresh cilantro. I'm out of fresh cilantro, so you can use the dried cilantro. Personally, I don't think that it has as much flavored when you have it dry. And if you could smell, the fresh ginger really adds to it. So I'm going to add in some of that minced garlic as well. And I'm personally not a fan of the peppers, so I always use more onions than peppers, but that's really up to you. And the original recipe calls for sriracha, which is hot and spicy. This is called Swicy, which is a combination of sweet and spicy. So depending on your family's taste, you can add as much of the hot sauce or the sriracha as you want. Same thing with the ginger. We don't have a lot of ginger fans at my house. So I'm going to stir up all of these vegetables and the walnuts and the pineapple. I wish you could smell it because it smells delicious. And then, like I said, at this point, we're going to put it on and make a sheet pan dinner out of it. So you can put it on, I actually have my sheet pan, and I prefer to use the rack. I think it makes everything a little bit more crispy. And then just spray it with your nonstick spray. You can put down some parchment paper or some foil to make the cleanup a little bit easier.